The commons is a fascinating idea that revolves around shared resources owned and utilized by a community. These resources are not privately owned, but are considered the collective wealth of the people who use and depend on them. In essence, the commons embodies the spirit of communal ownership and mutual benefit. Howdy. I'm just some random nude dude sitting in my closet talking to myself. It's also where I celebrate the power of free thinking and encourage bold ideas. As a society, we're often afraid to challenge the norms and think outside the box. But here, I embrace the unconventional. So sit back, relax, and join me on this journey of exploration, where we embrace our inner nude dude and push boundaries to discover new perspectives. The commons, at its core, is a revolutionary idea that challenges traditional notions of ownership. Imagine a space where resources are not confined to private hands, but are considered the shared legacy of a community. These shared resources, be they physical or virtual, are held in common for the mutual benefit of all members. In the commons, there's a fundamental shift from individual ownership to collective stewardship. Whether it's fertile land, flowing water, or the digital expanse of the internet, the commons fosters a sense of shared responsibility. This concept emphasizes that certain resources are too vital to be exclusively possessed, advocating for a cooperative approach to their use and preservation. The beauty of the commons lies in its versatility. It takes shape in various forms across different societies and eras. Traditionally, it might be communal pastures where livestock graze freely, ensuring no one faces scarcity. In the digital realm, it transforms into collaborative platforms where knowledge and creativity flow freely, unbounded by conventional ownership constraints. Expanding our perspective, the commons isn't limited to tangible resources alone. Ideas, knowledge, and cultural heritage all fall under its umbrella. Think of it as a shared intellectual space where innovations, traditions, and wisdom are not hoarded, but circulated for the enrichment of the entire community. However, the concept of the commons doesn't dismiss individual needs. It encourages a delicate balance, recognizing that while individuals have distinct requirements, certain resources are best managed collectively. It's an invitation to rethink the boundaries between personal and shared interests, fostering a more harmonious coexistence. To truly grasp the significance of the commons, let's take a journey through history. One classic example is public lands, where communities historically shared grazing grounds, forests, and other essential resources. These shared spaces ensured that no single entity monopolized valuable assets, promoting fairness and sustainability. The roots of the commons can be traced back to ancient times, where communities relied on shared resources for survival. Picture villages nestled around communal lands, where herds grazed and forests provided essential materials. These shared spaces weren't just about resources. They were the lifeblood of communities, fostering interdependence and resilience. In medieval Europe, the commons took the form of open fields and forests. Peasants collectively managed these areas, ensuring fair distribution of arable land and timber. This cooperative approach wasn't just practical. It was a societal norm that recognized the importance of equitable resource use for the well-being of all. While the commons thrived in many societies, the concept faced challenges, famously captured in The Tragedy of the Commons by economist Garrett Hardin. This scenario describes the risk of overexploitation when individuals act in their self-interest, neglecting the shared resources' sustainability. It serves as a cautionary tale, emphasizing the need for thoughtful governance in commons management. Historically, the enclosure movement marked the shift as common lands were privatized. This transition disrupted long-standing communal practices, leading to social and economic upheaval. The struggle between communal use and private ownership reflected larger societal changes, underscoring the complex relationship between communities and their shared resources. Despite challenges, the spirit of the commons endured. In modern times, we witness grassroots movements advocating for the production and revival of shared resources. Community gardens, open source software movements, and initiatives promoting sustainable practices echoed the resilient spirit of historical commons, adapting to contemporary challenges. Expanding our perspective globally, the concept of the commons extends to shared resources like the atmosphere and oceans. Climate change and environmental degradation highlight the interconnectedness of our planet, emphasizing the urgent need for cooperative, international efforts to preserve these global commons for future generations. Having explored the historical tapestry of the commons, let's narrow our focus to one essential element: water resources. Water, a fundamental element of life, has often been part of the commons. Understanding water as a commons sheds light on the interdependence of communities in managing and preserving this vital resource. Water has played a central role in the commons throughout history. Imagine ancient villages with communal wells or shared irrigation systems, where water wasn't a private possession, but a shared necessity. These historical practices underscore the communal understanding that water is too vital to be monopolized by individuals. In many traditional societies, communal wells served as gathering points for both water and community interaction, kind of like a water cooler in an office. Similarly, shared irrigation systems ensured the fair distribution of water for agriculture, preventing any single entity, like a nut farm in California, from controlling this indispensable resource. These local commons not only met practical needs, but also nurtured a sense of community interdependence. As societies evolved, so did the challenges in managing water as a commons. Rapid urbanization, industrialization, and population growth have strained water resources, leading to conflicts over access and use. The tragedy of the commons, where individual interests may clash with the collective need for sustainable water management, is vividly reflected in contemporary water issues. Recognizing the importance of water as a shared resource, community-based solutions have emerged. Local initiatives for water conservation, watershed management, and sustainable agriculture exemplify efforts to restore the commons ethos. These approaches highlight the role of communities in actively participating in the stewardship of water resources, ensuring their equitable use and long-term preservation. In the modern era, technology plays a crucial role in managing water as a commons. From smart water meters for efficient use to satellite-based monitoring of water bodies, technological innovations offer tools for informed decision-making. Integrating these advancements with community-driven initiatives can create a powerful synergy, enhancing the sustainable management of water as a shared resource. Education is a cornerstone in nurturing a sense of responsibility towards water as a commons. Public awareness campaigns, school programs, and community workshops can empower individuals to understand the importance of water stewardship. Informed citizens are more likely to actively participate in sustainable practices, contributing to the collective well-being of their local water commons. In the digital age, the concept of the commons has expanded to include the virtual realms. Online spaces like social media platforms, open source software, and collaborative platforms constitute the modern commons. These spaces thrive on collective contributions, where users share and benefit from shared digital resources, breaking down traditional ownership boundaries. The concept of the commons has seamlessly transitioned into virtual spaces, creating what can be termed as the virtual commons. Online platforms, social media networks, and collaborative digital spaces are the new frontiers where the principles of shared resources and collective benefits thrive. One of the prime examples of the modern commons is open source software. Programs like Linux, Apache, and others operate under licenses that allow users to view, modify, and distribute the source code freely. This collaborative approach fosters innovation, collective problem solving, and the democratization of technology, challenging the traditional proprietary model. Social media platforms serve as bustling marketplaces of ideas and expressions, a true embodiment of the virtual commons. Users share thoughts, creativity, and information, creating a dynamic ecosystem where content is not hoarded but circulated for collective engagement. This digital agora amplifies voices and fosters a sense of global community. In the realm of creative content, the Creative Commons licensing framework embodies the spirit of the commons. Artists and creators can choose licenses that allow others to use, remix, and build upon their work with proper attribution. This approach empowers a collaborative and inclusive creative culture where the boundaries between creators and consumers blur. While the digital commons brings tremendous benefits, challenges loom large. Privacy concerns, data ownership disputes, and issues of digital equity raise questions about the true inclusivity of these spaces. Striking a balance between fostering collaboration and protecting individual rights is a crucial aspect of managing the digital commons. Emerging technologies like blockchain offer a glimpse into the decentralized future for the digital commons. Blockchain's distributed ledger system can enable transparent, secure, and user-centric digital interactions. Such technologies hold the potential to reshape the power dynamics in digital spaces, offering more agency to individuals within the virtual commons. Let's shift our focus to the challenges and potential solutions in managing these shared resources effectively. While the commons embody cooperation and shared benefits, challenges arise in their management. Striking a balance between individual needs and the collective good can be delicate. Overexploitation and neglect pose threats. Solutions may lie in community-driven governance models, sustainable practices, and embracing technology to ensure resource monitoring and distribution. One of the fundamental challenges in commons management lies in striking a balance between the individual needs and the collective well-being of the community. Ensuring that shared resources are accessible to all without exploitation or depletion requires thoughtful governance. Implementing community-driven governance models can be a key solution. Decision-making structures that involve the voices of all stakeholders, coupled with transparent and inclusive processes, help address the challenge of balancing individual interests with the broader collective good. The sustainability of shared resources is a pressing concern. Overexploitation, pollution, and neglect pose significant threats to the longevity of commons, especially in the context of environmental resources. Sustainable practices in resource management are paramount. Implementing measures like conservation programs, responsible consumption patterns, and the integration of technology for monitoring resource health can contribute to the sustainable use of the commons. The tragedy of the commons, as identified by Garrett Hardin, warns of the risk of overexploitation when individuals act solely in their self-interest. Avoiding this tragedy is essential for the continued viability of shared resources. Effective regulation and enforcement mechanisms can prevent overexploitation. Clear guidelines, monitoring systems, and penalties for violating sustainable practices act as deterrents, encouraging responsible use of commons for the benefit of the entire community. Lack of awareness and understanding about the commons can hinder the effective management. Communities need to be actively engaged in the stewardship of shared resources. Educational initiatives play a pivotal role. Informing communities about the importance of commons, their role in sustainable management, and the consequence of neglect builds a foundation for responsible and informed decision-making. In the digital age, managing virtual commons faces challenges related to privacy, data ownership, and equitable access. Leveraging technological innovations for transparent resource monitoring and fair distribution is key. Blockchain, for instance, can provide a decentralized and secure framework for managing digital commons, ensuring privacy and ownership rights are respected. Shared global resources such as the atmosphere and oceans require international cooperation for effective management. National interests may sometimes conflict with the need for collaborative solutions. Diplomacy and international agreements play a vital role. Encouraging nations to collaborate, share data, and collectively address global commons challenges is crucial for ensuring the sustainability of these shared resources. Addressing the challenges of commons management requires a multifaceted approach. By fostering a sense of shared responsibility, implementing sustainable practices, embracing technology, and promoting global cooperation, we can navigate the complexities and ensure that the commons continue to thrive for the benefit of present and future generations. The commons represent a timeless idea of communal wealth and shared responsibility. Whether it's the historic grazing fields or the virtual landscapes of the internet, understanding and nurturing the commons is crucial for sustaining communities. As we navigate the complexities of resource management, the spirit of the commons can guide us towards a more equitable and sustainable future. In the grand tapestry of human existence, the commons stands as a testament to the power of shared vision and collective responsibility. Whether in ancient communal lands, the flow of water sustaining villages, or the virtual landscapes of the internet, the essence of the commons lies in recognizing that some resources are too precious to be monopolized. As stewards of the commons, our actions today shape the legacy we leave for future generations. Just as our ancestors tended to communal lands and shared resources with care, we too bear the responsibility of ensuring that our actions contribute to the sustainability and flourishing of the commons. In the digital age, where pixels replace pastures and algorithms navigate the virtual commons, the principles remain the same. The adaptability of the commons concept to the dynamic landscape of technology showcases its enduring relevance. As we navigate this digital frontier, we must carry forward the ethos of collaboration, inclusivity, and responsible use. The challenges faced in commons management are not roadblocks, but opportunities for growth and innovation. The tragedy of the commons serves as a stark reminder, urging us to evolve our governance models, embrace sustainability, and harness technology for the benefit of all. Each challenge met with a thoughtful solution contributes to the resilience of the commons. Education emerges as a powerful tool in nurturing the commons. Empowering communities with knowledge about the importance of shared resources, the consequences of overexploitation, and the role of technology in sustainable management cultivates a generation of informed stewards. An educated populace becomes a driving force for positive change in commons governance. Recognizing that some resources transcend national borders, the importance of global collaboration cannot be overstated. Shared global commons, like the atmosphere and oceans, demand international cooperation. Diplomacy, dialogue, and collective action become essential tools in addressing challenges that no single nation can tackle alone. The commons are not merely a concept, they are a call to action. Whether in our local communities or in the vast reaches of cyberspace, the responsibility to nurture and sustain the commons rests on our collective shoulders. By fostering a culture of shared responsibility, embracing sustainability, leveraging technology wisely, and promoting global cooperation, we ensure that the commons remain a source of abundance and well-being for generations to come. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you found this video informative and thought-provoking. This is the point where others tell you, if you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more content just like this. But we all know that kind of thing is for losers. Don't be a loser. And as always, I welcome your feedback and ideas for future videos in the comments section below. Till next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep embracing your inner nude, dude.